Everyone's favourite assassination franchise that's not supernatural or historical returns with a new game called Hitman. That's original later on this year when it hopes we'll have forgotten the movie. After the ponderous and uneven Hitman Absolution, developer IO Interactive needs to shake things up in Agent 47's new outing. Is IO on the right track? Here are the 7 things you need to know. Did you feel hemmed in by the compact levels of Hitman Absolution? Did you miss the explorable sandboxes of Hitman Blood Money? Then get ready for the big open maps of Hitman No Subtitle. In this recent demo set in and around a fashion show at a swanky Paris chateau, Agent 47 stretched his legs on a large, richly detailed map in search of target Viktor NOVIKOV, who somehow finds time to be head of an international spy ring and a celebrity fashion mogul. The developers promise Hitman No Subtitle has the biggest maps of any Hitman game ever, with more routes in, out, and around the place than you can shake a custom silverballer at.
Sir, you can't go through here. Please turn around.
They call it Swiss cheese map design, but we're not going to, because what? Anyway, there are helpful bits of set dressing to find off the beaten track, such as this charming diorama. And who doesn't love a diorama?
Hands off the diorama!
The developers also promise more death traps per square meter, like some kind of deranged safety-hating safety technicians. Look out for deadly chandeliers, dodgy gas lamps, explosive barrels, precarious speakers, and the like. Frankly, a quick risk assessment would make an actual assassin seem surplus to requirements, because we're pretty sure sooner or later the target will trip on a rug, over a balcony, and faceplant onto some kind of statue made of bear traps and dynamite. You might think you're smarter than the NPCs in a Hitman game because it's obvious to you that the 6'2" bald man with a barcode tattooed on his head is bad news, even when he's dressed like a chicken or a birthday clown. Especially when that. Yes, this seems fine. Please entertain my children. Anyway, thanks to a more nuanced AI system, certain characters will share your rare ability to see through some or all of Agent 47's disguises. Some of these characters can see through individual disguises. For example, the head of a security team will know everyone on his team, and he'll get suspicious when a towering Mr. Clean lookalike wanders into the room wearing Kevin's outfit. These characters are known as enforcers, and you can spot them by the triangle over their heads. Other characters, such as Novikov's personal bodyguard, are really on the ball and can see through every disguise. Even dressing up as a chicken isn't going to save you this time, 47. And speaking of the AI, the levels of Hitman are going to be busy. This level in a Parisian palace contains over 300 fully simulated NPCs. By way of comparison, Hitman Absolution had 40 to 50 NPCs tops, even on its most crowded levels. The idea is that each of these NPCs will react in believable ways. If you walk in front of a TV camera filming a news spot, the cameraman will get mad at you.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Real considerate.
On the other hand, if you stay behind to listen, you might pick up some information about what's going on in the mansion. If you pull a fire alarm, the mansion will be evacuated, giving you the run of the place for a few minutes. If you kill a waiter, people will start getting thirsty and have to go look for drinks on their own, you monster. You're meant to use the newly reactive AI to your advantage. For example, if you leave a bomb lying around, chances are security guards will stumble across it. As standard procedure in this situation is apparently to disarm the bomb and take it to the armory for safekeeping, congratulations, you've just managed to smuggle a bomb inside the building. The same goes for smuggling weapons past the guards on the stairs. The guards will frisk you, but not the catering staff lugging fruits and vegetables around. Bit lax, but no one's checking their crates for stashed silverballers, so there's your loophole. And while we're on the subject of weapons, before each mission starts, you can choose the equipment you take with you. If you want to snipe your target from a nearby vantage point, you can take a scoped rifle. If you'd rather stage an amateur recreation of Kill Bill, you can rock up wielding a katana. If the idea of smuggling weapons past guards seems like too much of a hassle, you can even go in with nothing but a party invitation and a flair for inventive accident murders. The more you play, the more items you unlock to use on subsequent attempts. And while the traditional challenge of a Hitman level is in sneaking in, performing the hit, and then getting out without anyone knowing you were ever there, there's something to be said for the challenge of striding in through the front door, brandishing a fire axe like Jack Nicholson in that movie that time. Contracts mode in Hitman Absolution was great, and not just because it gave you a legitimate excuse to shoot Lynch from Kane and Lynch in the head. That's for the events of Kane and Lynch 1 and 2, you jerk. Contracts mode lets you create your own custom shareable hit challenges, turning any character in any map into a target. But in Absolution, that meant choosing from only 40 to 50 people, most of whom didn't do very much. The new maps in this Hitman game promise hundreds of characters, many of them with individual AI routines specific to their job or personality, so those targets are far more likely to be unique and interesting contracts. And you won't be the only one dishing out contracts. Hitman's new outing is very much an online game. For a start, it's episodic, with an initial release of 8th of December, then with new maps and missions arriving over the course of 2016. But episodic doesn't automatically mean excitement. It just means that maybe they didn't finish making all the levels in time. The exciting bit is World of Assassination, which is an online network of contracts continually updated to keep you busy long after you've completed the primary hit on a level. These will introduce new characters with new routines as targets, and some of the hits will only appear once for a limited amount of time, making observation and preparation more important than they've ever been before. And as new locations are added to the game, new hits will appear on those levels too. This is going to be a lot of work. 47. Do assassins get overtime? Instinct, introduced in Hitman Absolution, was Agent 47's assassin sense, which allowed him to see guard patrol paths, spot enemies through walls, blend in while in disguise, and gun-catter the hell out of everyone. If you're thinking that sounds a bit OP, then you're not alone. It looks like IO agrees, because while Instinct is returning for Hitman, it serves only to highlight useful objects in the environment, has no major impact on gameplay, and is completely optional. But then you probably don't need a special mode to let you know that that massive light fixture is coming down on someone's head, do you? Those were 7 things you need to know about the new episodic Hitman, which kicks off on 8th of December 2015. What do you want in the next Hitman? Let us know in the comments, and like and subscribe for more Hitman from Outside Xbox. Thanks for watching!